Cool. Hello, Internet. Welcome to Card Fight Coast's first podcast. Today with us, we have the Putman, Shukin, Darby, and myself, Mikkel.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Right.
Dear us.
So, first subject of the podcast. Who wants to have the first pod?
I'll take the first pod.
Well,
It's the G-Set 1. Is this going to full of G-Sets or is this going to fail completely?
I don't know. Isn't it a bit early to see what its stride's like?
Yeah, I think we'll just have to take it in its stride and go from there.
Oh god, puns are already in.
It's what we're known for.
Dude, Putman, it's what you were definitely known for, man.
That's how I caggy roll.
Oh god.
But in all seriousness,
Making me nauseous.
yes, I'm sorry. People are going to be sick from this. I should have put a warning at the beginning of this video.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
podcast may contain bad puns.
Bad puns, scum, salt, and scumbat, and scrub-lords.
And nuts. Lots and lots of nuts.
Oh
So
god.
if you've got enough allergy, turn off now.
I don't appreciate how you refer to me in so many different ways, thank you. Scrub lord, scum and everything.
This is how we refer to the X, by the way, Davy. Unless you call yourself a giant dragon.
Oi, you leave her out of this.
But it's the X. No one likes the X.
No one likes their exes.
Oh wait, what? Nah. Oh wait, now it's what? We're more friends regardless.
Okay. And on that note,
You know,
Okay, besides the X, we do have other, more kind of semi-scary cards coming out, like the OTT strides.
yeah, how much card advantage can we get from one card?
yeah.
So I believe the Suki deck is going to be spliced with this one. So basically, how much of the stack can you get through and how quickly? Considering the Suki ride chain, it's top 5 you look at for the ride. So that's 4 cards on the bottom of the deck each turn. You are going to be hitting your stacks so quickly. So for those with a good memory, this is going to be hideous.
That's gonna hurt so
I don't
much.
remember the Suki chain that well. I know the 0 one is top 5. Is it from
Yeah.
1 to 2 top 7?
No,
No,
it's
it's all top 5.
yeah, this
all
is a second gen ride chain. So if you miss the first one, it just stays in the soul.
Oh jeez.
But if you don't have all of them in the soul by the time you hit grade 3, then the grade 3 comes to 9k.
I'm sorry, it's like I'm going through a season 1 ride chain that I can't remember.
That's why it's not really great. The Tsukiyumi grade 3 isn't essential to ride. It's the other one which I can never remember the name of. The stride break.
Oh,
No, it's,
Susanoo.
you don't use it. You only use that to stabilize your rides and get that hand advantage, and also to set your deck up. So you're hoping to +1 each time off of your rides. That's the main point of it. Get that hand advantage and get that really early aggro. Put the pressure on, and then because it is actually a defensive deck. But if you do it that way, it's just so good. I just can't describe how good it is.
Yeah.
Like I will proxy it, I will build it, and I will test it.
it may struggle slightly against control decks, Perdition especially, the fact they can just take out 2 cards so easily. I mean, I say Perdition, Kagro in general.
Kagro, Naokami,
Basically anything with mass removal.
Yeah.
It will do in a sense, but when you think about it, because it's drawing so much,
yeah, they can play
it
with
doesn't
places
matter.
easily.
You keep the hand advantage.
Yeah,
It is
draw power.
absolutely insane. And then you just slam everything down with your silent toms, and that's it really. I honestly, once again, can't describe how good it is at the moment, but as I said, we'll play test it.
And Silent Toms are what I remember right there. They're 8k base, right?
Grade 2, 8k base, your opponent can't guard with grade
zeros.
0s.
But
So save those PGs.
I know you saved those PGs, but they're going to be the first thing people are gunning for.
Yeah.
As always.
As always, yes. Not always the first thing you should gun for. And like myself and Shukin have said, clans like Kagro, Noakami, they're going to use their skill rather than their attack to get rid of them.
I mean, it's going to may hurt Gear Chronicle a bit, considering you're going through your stacks so quickly. Putting things on the bottom is just going to speed things up for them.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I always thought maybe Gear Chronicle would always screw up their deck. You know, I know most OTT players always like to memorize the stack, but if you can be like get them off guard by just keep throwing stuff back in there, you might just throw them off slightly, maybe.
Yeah,
Depends on the skill of the opponent in that case, then.
It is all the skill of the opponent, but if I can remember right, I think the Gear Chronicle get in one of the strides in the G set 1, where I can't remember if it has to hit, but if it hits, all your opponent's rear guards go to the bottom of the deck.
Oh god!
Yeah, one does have to hit. I think the cost is quite heavy on it as well.
It's a Counter Blaster 2.
I think it's got soul blasting as well. Let's have a look. See,
We can all
yeah, it is a counterblast of 2 and a soul blast of 1, and choose a card from your hand and discard it. So when it hits, you put all units on the opponent's rear guards to the bottom of the deck.
Well, that's actually
in any order.
That's actually quite a costly cost.
Costly cost, eh? Who would have thought?
Sorry, what was that? Just to double check that skill?
So it's a counterblast 2, soul blast 1, and discard a card. When the attack hits a Vanguard, has to be Vanguard. Pay the cost. If you do, you put all your opponent's rear guards onto the bottom of the deck in any order. So you get to at least pick the order.
So you say that's quite a heavy cost. I see it differently.
It's
For
not-
a Counterblaster 2 dropping 1, the Soul Blast I don't see as a cost. The
Yeah.
Counterblast 2 is an average Counterblast for a good skill, and the drop 1 is nothing.
Yeah.
When you're dealing-
I'm talking about the pain of it. I'm talking about how to actually pay for it. To make it hit.
Oh, to make it hit. Oh, that's fair enough. But
Yeah.
but overall, that's good for a field clearance tech.
The field clearance hit is very good, and plus you get to choose how you stack it up as well.
Exactly, and that's the
Which
filthy
could-
part of it.
That could throw off the deck. But at the same time, I think a good player would always PG some of this stuff.
Yeah,
Oh
that's-
gosh, yeah.
if they've got PG in hand, that is.
Anything that's going to clean out a field, especially for those field presence decks like Aquaforce, you know,
That's
they've
gonna hurt
got
them.
to or they lose. So yeah, okay, so
Hey, well, I brought up Gear Chronicle. We're talking about decks. So, how do we feel about the 3 new trial decks again?
You
The
mean
three new ones as
the 2 unique cards for each deck, pretty much. This is the thing with trial decks, especially recently. All the decks are exactly the same. It's just 1 or 2 different cards. The inclusion of PGs is very nice. It makes it a lot easier for new players to get into the game and still have something competitive.
Yeah.
To be honest, the only cards I really saw I liked was the Royal Paladin one. The other ones I wasn't overly fussed about, to be honest.
I kind of find it good that we don't have to go like almost sub clan genre.
Bringing it back to how the game used to be, you would just case throw everything in a deck, see how it works.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think because we're quite late into Vanguard, where sub-clan has been a huge thing, that I think most of these stride cards will definitely be used alongside Legion.
Well, it depends what their other units come out, because if they've got, I don't know what the official term for them is yet, grade 3s that give effect to a stride unit, some of these might actually be better for the stride. Depends if you want that, those big attacks or bigger effects.
yeah, I completely agree on that. It works both ways because look at my Shedpad deck. I'm still break riding. You know, it's still good. You can still Legion, stride, break, whatever you want to do.
Mind you, in your deck, you kind of need the break ride. Well, I say you kind of need you. It helps the deck. For those who don't know, the deck is Abyss. It's just so because it would do. You do need to get that advantage in there somehow, especially if, say, a Swordbreaker goes to the drop zone.
Yeah.
Or you draw it.
Yep.
Cool.
So at least then you've still got an option to get that advantage out if needed.
Absolutely.
It's also it does give you more options because you're not also relying on your opponent to be on a grade 3 as well. and also having that that cost in the drop zone to actually pay for Legion.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can slow the game down to how you want to play it rather than go at a pace that may not suit the hand you have.
Yeah, absolutely. It allows me to play the game as I see fit at the time. Still very risky both ways. Being pushed at limit break against most Legion decks, it can cost you the game.
It can do, but then you get that one huge turn if they're not ready for that.
Absolutely, that limit break explosive turn is insane with Legion. 32 by itself, can't complain.
That is
Well,
quite
it can if your opponent.
Yeah.
Well, that is still a good number though. That's still throwing down a 20.
At least a 25 to get to that one to pass.
Yeah. That's 3 cards lost.
And that's if
That's 3 cards
Straight
minimum.
without them restanding as well.
Without them restanding. Oh, Jesus Christ, yeah.
So if, say, on average you get 1 trigger in this drive check, that's still going to put it to huge minuses to the hand.
Yeah. And I have had PBA, Phantom Blast Dragon swinging up in the 40s quite easily. 40s and the 50s at times with crits. But anyway, enough of shad pads.
Yeah, this isn't exclusive for shads.
No.
Mind you, I was hoping to talk about the, well, from what I've heard of the Japanese meta, basically saying the X is the only thing that's being played. So if we look at the X, it is a Legion card with Draconic Overlord at the end, which we all know how much fun that is, don't we, Kagero players?
Yeah, boy!
So basically, when you Legion, you get a unit from your deck with the same name as a unit from Legion and put it to your hand. So you can quite literally choose how you're going to play the game, whether you want to go control or aggressive. But the X's skill by itself is, and this isn't even if it's in Legion, if you attack and the attack doesn't hit, you can just drop a copy of it with a counterblast of 1 to retire 2 of your opponent's rear guards. So this is going to be very much a controlled deck with high amount of aggro in it. So, thoughts and opinions on this one?
I like it.
I'm sure you do, Putman.
I'm sorry, but
You need to, man.
I know I'm a massive Kagero fan, and I'm sucking for this card, but I think for once we have a Kagero unit or a Kagero Vanguard, which now gives either us the choice, not even us, the opponent, their own fate.
Oh, how are you going to get destroyed?
Yeah, pretty much. Either you're going to let me restand, I'm going to smack you again, or you can guard me, and I'm just going to destroy 2 units.
It just do you know what it feels like? It just feels like Novell on the break ride turn where it gets a swing twice. It's like, yeah, I've got the option of even though you could do both with Novell, but it just feels like that again.
I'm sorry, but the X doesn't negate trigger effect, so...
It doesn't, but it still feels like it broke.
Dominating.
Does it need to negate trigger effects? I mean, really, you're going to get some advantage out of it either way.
You know what? Well, the day we make a Kagero unit that can restand, attack twice, retire 2 units for a stupid amount of cost, I'll just retire.
Yeah, I think you and everyone else, it'll just be the only deck being played.
Yeah, what I do like is the first Legion. It's the first Legion I've seen that's actually is swinging with 22. First one I've seen. I don't know if there's many other on that.
By itself, 22. Actually,
yeah.
no,
PBA.
No, PBA because it gains 2k when it does it 2k.
Text Vanguard.
Though. Vanguard. I think.
So does Percival, Garnet. Quite a few of them do.
I think
there's
what Mikhail's saying is,
it's
the first one swinging 22 regardless.
Yeah.
Mind you, the Seal Legion is actually going to be swinging for 21. I'm not sure if people have seen that one. It is quite filthy.
Yeah, but it's 21 unless you get the ride chain off though.
Then it's 22.
It's 22.
But
it's very easy to shut down.
The 1k really doesn't make any difference difference in this
You're
respect.
right, the 1K doesn't make any difference. The same way I think with the NDX, the extra 2K won't make that much of a difference.
The 1K does. Like 21 is a magic number.
21 is a magic number. I don't know
But-
how I feel about 24.
24 just
24, it doesn't really.
24 doesn't,
It's-
and it's also a slow-paced game because then with Kagura we've got no way of putting units in the soul, which means we have to ride Draconic Overlord first, which makes it a slow game.
unless you do play the card which is put into soul when something's retired to inflict 2, so that will give you a bit of soul. There's Gatling Claws as well.
Gatling Claws is very good. There's Kanaras.
There are cards which can do it, but it will start eating into your counterblast,
No,
so you will.
The thing I'm saying is to get one specific card into the soul. There's no way we can skip a cross ride or a cross break ride.
But would you want to play the break ride in this deck?
Me personally, I wouldn't, because then it's a more slower game.
Okay. I mean, I can see why people would want to do it, but I just can't see it being competitive or having enough play.
I can't see it being competitive. It's a slower variant. Fair enough, you're going to get it's more pressure because you can go rear guard first, and then your Vanguard's going to stand up for 32 again if the attack hits or not. But again, because of how much counterblast should be going through, I don't see people trying to use the limit break enabler along with
Well, they didn't have room for the limit break enabler, considering how many cards you're going to need to feed the soul.
That's true, but in the same way, you're going to want things to unflip. I think you're going to want Gojos to feature drop zone for things like burnout.
Yeah, I mean, any card like Gojo, Arian Rod, things like that are just such broken cards, especially in this Legion arc, where you can fill your drop zone so easily, without even having to attack in some cases. Plus, it's just great search, and whilst they search power, to go draw power.
It's a fantastic first turn opener as well, especially if you're going first. I find a lot of the time I end up always opening up with a dead draw card which you want to get rid of, because it doesn't really serve much of a purpose that early in the game. But,
Or drops them like a draw trigger.
oh god, yeah, so good. Especially once again, if you were to go Break Ride Legion, in the Kagros, you need a way of being able to sit there, take the damage whilst feeding your drop zone without literally wasting things.
And this is a nice thing about the Kagura, especially things like the Energy Stone Vanguards. You can just throw it behind your Vanguard and just use its effect as and when you need to, because it's not like the X-End needs extra power, depending on how the opponent wants to respond.
Yeah, that is also true.
Anyway, we're going into a Kagura binge now, so...
we've gone from one scum clan to the next.
Shall we go to Blaster Joker next, because everyone loves that.
Yeah, let's start ragging on Blaster Joker, shall we? No.
I'm gonna do.
You know what?
Well, how my build works, I do like how we've got its Legion skill, then put down the search of Blaster Joker to then just to push for that next turn, just being just to run smoothly.
So you've definitely designed a very efficient build there.
It's not very aggro in the early stages.
Link Joker never is, though. It's more about the control element and just turning the game to your pace and going. You basically get to say when your opponent's going to have their play. Say, I've got enough cards in my hand. You can have a turn next turn. Otherwise, and then after that, we're going back to how it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just find Blaster Joker such an annoying card because it is a Legion killer.
Yeah. Well,
every time I go against Link Joker, it feels like going back to Days of Magic, where you're playing against Esper Control. Yeah. Not advertising another TCG, but
Trademark.
pretty much.
Love the input from my girlfriend there.
Yeah, what were we talking about earlier? I think it's putting Blaster Joker with Dark Zodiac, was it?
Yes.
Yeah, like my personal opinion would be to use Zodiac and Blast Joker in the deck. The reasons is because first of all you would hopefully ride Zodiac and be able to lock to a Mega Lock 2, which then hopefully would allow you to build the time and apply the pressure to be able to build up the force that you need, so you get the card advantage. You're reducing their attacks.
Yeah, or it can feed into the searcher for Blaster Joker for literally just 2 solid turns.
Absolutely, and then when you get to that point, you can ride in Legion with your Blaster Joker,
And that
then play out your grade 2 and grade 1s that gain the 2k each for every locked unit. So when you do five locked units to 10, that they gain 10k power each. That's 2 columns, 2 side columns of 26 with your Blaster at 30, possibly plus crit before trigger check.
they need
Not
to
scary numbers at all.
Those cards need to be unlocked beforehand, though. Yeah.
Also,
Yes, they need to be locked before, but that's why you play them all out and then lock. So that'll be fine.
also with using Dark Zodiac.
Zodiac's locks need to be
Unlocked first,
they need
absolutely.
to, yeah. Otherwise, yeah.
But that's what I mean. It gives you the 2 turns that you should need, and if not, you can just maybe get Zodiac again. Hopefully, a Mega Lock, have 4 things possibly locked, and a Mega Lock, so that gives you screw around with your opponent's strategy.
Yeah.
Works very well against rush decks, Bluish Flames, Aqua Force, things like that. Also, with Dark Zodiac, you have access to Astro Reaper then, which means you can get things like Photon or Blast Joker to put in the solve for that crit for Joker himself. So just more pressure.
It does feed into another skill quite nicely. I have been like a bit stuck on what to do with Venom Dancer.
Burn it.
Go to a dance class.
Zumba.
Oh,
Zumba with Venom Dancer.
I did figure out something with what was it? The ionizing Starvader Hafnium.
Oh, Hafnium's fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I managed to get the promo break rides.
Radon?
Hmm?
I want to say Radon, the 12k attacker that's mate.
Yeah, that's his mate. Yeah, but I managed to get the grade 3 break ride. You discard a grade 3 and you get locked 3 units, and that unit gains 10k as well.
such a good promo.
Yeah, so I put that promo of Hafnium.
Oh god, that's dirty.
Yeah. Also, I put that with Venom Dancer as well.
That's right, that's quite an interesting
That's a
build.
good idea, actually.
Yeah,
What would
because then on the discard, I prefer the discard to be one of the legions, because then you just feed that legion back in when it legions anyway.
My question is, what would your grade 3 lineup be? Because if you're running break rides, you need to make sure you get those. You need to run 3-4 of those. 2-2 on the other ones.
I've been a bit cheeky, and I went 4 break, 2 venom, and 3 hafnium.
Oh, 9 grade 3s. Getting ready for Stride, are we?
I'm not going for Stride, but
Considering Link Joker has been confirmed for Stride for Fights Collection 15.
Really? Oh,
Actually, saying
God.
that, from the looks of it, every clan is getting 2 Strides in Fights Collection.
Even Grand Blue?
Even Grand Blue.
Oh god, why? What's the point?
Grand Blue, touch it. You know what? I don't even know why I'm saying this. Every clan, including Clay Elementals, 2 other Strides.
oh man,
No, I suppose.
yeah, with
All Strides for Gear Chronicle, Kagero, Oracle, Think Tank, Royal Paladin, Gold Paladin. Well, we already know one Gold Paladin. We're getting an Ezel Stride.
Bring back your Ezels, because it might actually do something. Maybe.
Why?
please be an Omega or an Infinite Zero Stride.
Why?
Actually, Omega, Infinite Zero, or Dark Valen, I'm
Every
happy.
time I think of Ezel, I think of Lion King.
I'm not surprised either. I think Lion King as well.
So when you use their little skill, you get to start seeing Kuna Matata.
No, I always get. I can't wait to be king.
Oh god. It's this just this dense mofo and like in
No.
nighttime I just reminiscent of a lion just singing that.
For me, it's whenever I play as like even picturing Scar, that's like, yeah, I'm a badass. No one can stop me now.
No, I think of Ezel as Simba and Alfred as Scar.
What does that make Blaster Blade then?
One of the hyenas. The one that wore the Skyrim helmet.
It'll be, oh yeah. It will be Rafiki then.
The Vanguard.
Yeah,
He knows the way. you know Rafiki. He knows the way.
does that mean Wingle would be? I think it's Timon.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Wingo can be Timon.
No. Wingull's got to be Timon. Oh, that'd be funny. That'd be funny.
That makes Flogel Pumbaa.
Sounds about right, to be honest.
Okay, is it a bit weird that now we're going to talk about Disney and Cardfight Vanguard of all things?
Just let it go, Mikkel.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
don't bring it.
I
up.
went there.
oh, that makes me mad. But yeah,
Just chill.
there's a thought Pocahontas, but I thought Photon being Pocahontas.
I've never seen Pocahontas, so I can't.
You haven't seen
think of it.
Pocahontas?
No, I haven't seen many Disney films, to be honest.
Oh, you see it, bro.
I haven't watched that.
You need to see it.
Yeah, I need to see a lot of things.
Yeah. Well, I will admit I have not seen the whole of Pocahontas. I've only seen bits and pieces. Which is, yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
We've talked about Vanguard and Disney. Disney is now going to Bushy Road and giving them a contract. They now own all of Cardfight Vanguard.
I tell you what, it wouldn't surprise me if
We-
it started
we-
becoming
we-
that
we've now-
Swice Schwartz game.
We've now got a Disney clan. Grade 3's Mickey Mouse. Stride is Walt
Yeah.
Disney himself.
Oh, what
I would so ride Minnie Mouse.
would their skill be? I think it'll be just imagination, like, I don't know.
No, it's
Top
Cal.
five.
It's a.
And they
It's a.
pick card out
It's
random
Calabas
on the
2,
other-
and you superior call Pluto. And Mickey goes, "Come here, Pluto."
Oh, God. No. Right, okay. I'm being legit a bit serious here. Okay, so,
Okay,
Boss
okay.
2.
Serious face on.
They drag. Okay, you force your opponent to take top 5 cards from their deck, and you randomly pick one to then put on the Vanguard circle.
Randomly.
Randomly.
Yeah.
Random.
You know what? I know Disney's quite
Yeah,
random with
randomly.
all their
That's how
ideas, but
much my
that's
friend.
stupid.
I love it.
It's almost as worse as Miyamoto when he comes up with Mario ideas. Like, it's a dart. Oh, looks like we got Mario World again.
Oh,
So
well.
all the circles say Mario World. Get him out of my office.
Yeah, how many Mario Parties are we up to now?
Oh, God. Is it like 12 or something?
How many new Super Marios we got going? Yeah, that's why they're releasing one every 6 months now. I'm like, I just try to go off now.
You know
I've
what?
lost
You know
count. I played the first one on Game Boy, the original Game Boy, I'll have you know, and that was that. I played 2 actually. That's I haven't played any others.
Have a question. Was the Game Boy like literally radioactive?
It's big enough to be.
Like, that's what as soon as I look at it, I'm like, my head will hurt.
Okay.
2 feet close to it.
We're up to Mario Party 10.
10, okay. I
Oh,
suppose
it'll probably further than that.
No. The Wii U one is 10.
Okay.
And that's not counting the Game Boy spin-offs though.
they did
Okay.
spin-offs of Party. They did spin-offs of Party.
Yeah, of on the DS and
Yeah,
3DS.
they called it Mario Gatherings.
There
Okay.
was Mario Gathering and I think it was like Island Tour or something like that.
I was about
Yeah.
to say you can't count Smash Bros as a Mario Party.
Oh, don't get me started with Smash Bros. I'm stuck with that. I'm stuck with those 2 words in my head. 2 different words in my head. Oh, I'm quoting them so badly last night. I hate myself.
Don't worry, Mikhail, we hate you too.
Yay.
You know what, Mikhail, it's
I hate
fine.
my CV.
It's fine because you're too slow.
Oh god. You're too slow.
Scott.
You're too slow.
Hey,
So I
step
can't hear
up.
the sun beating you.
Scott.
Yeah.
Froggy!
Oh man. That'd be quite funny to see
Well
Frogger in Smash.
You know what? The day they make Slippy onto Smash Brothers, it's gonna be my sandbag. For training.
Sandbag. What
Can
one
you still design stages in
characters?
Smash Bros?
What?
Can you still design stages in
Yes, you can.
new one?
You can do it in the new one, but you got a bit more freedom because you use the touchpad to draw things instead of having like the blocks and set pieces.
Have I got a knock for you then? We actually managed to get it so we glitched someone through a wall because on such a high damage and they physically couldn't escape. So it's pretty much a brick wall all around apart from one hole you can jump in and out of. You baseball bat them inside them, see them bounce, and eventually I just glitch through.
Oh my god.
That sounds hilarious.
It
Yeah.
was.
You know what? That beats the time every time I go around my mate's house. He always built a penis stage.
Some kind of genitalia stage.
What a dick.
Ah.
That's the stage name. That's the stage name. Oh man. See, after watching like Project M like
I love Project M.
tournaments and that, makes me want to like at least try to go for like L cancels and stuff, or just figure out how to do those kind of crazy.
You know what I'm looking forward to actually?
Hmm?
Come March, Mewtwo's coming back, baby.
Mewtwo's coming back.
Mewtwo's coming back.
What's
How are
this
they gonna fix him? Because he was pretty.
bad?
I don't know, go all tears on it,
Well,
but like you.
I don't really know because I haven't really been following that much. I just know people who bought both the Wii U version and the DS version are getting the Mewtwo download for nothing.
Well,
What's his
they've
ultimate
the game
going to be?
twice in two different
Nothing has been confirmed about what Mewtwo's moves are going to be, but I'm assuming it is going to be a bit like Lucario and Charizard. It's going to be a Mega Form.
With Megaform though, I assume it would be X.
I thought it would be X because I think X is the one that's been was it X? No, Y's been shown off in the anime a bit.
Was it?
It could be Y because they had a whole movie around Genesis and Mewtwo, and it megaformed into Y.
Why?
I don't know, but all I know is I hate Nintendo because now.
You hate them and love them. It's everyone feels the same way about Nintendo.
Okay, I don't know if it's Nintendo that did it or was it whoever owns Pokemon 4Kids or whoever does it.
I think it's Funimation now, isn't it?
Whoever owns Pokemon, the anime rights, I hate them because the movie for Genesis does not match up with the other two Mewtwo movies. Because they've said they've confirmed it's a different Mewtwo that has been born from the lab, destroyed it, and did all this stuff. And
But Mewtwo is a unique being. How can you have...
Apparently, Mewtwo is one of a kind Pokemon. Ash doesn't remember Mewtwo, unlike the second Mewtwo movie where he does remember him. And Mewtwo in the third movie is voiced by... I have no problem with this, but he's voiced by a woman, which threw me off the first time. But I just hate the way it doesn't clash. It doesn't follow with the other movies.
They're going to do it eventually.
Consistency in our stories, man.
But the
Well, okay, well, one main reason, like, why Sonic's not done well, really.
Okay, Sonic games never followed continuity.
It's pretty much been different writers each game. That's what's up.
I know it's been different writers. Sonic's never
You know,
had.
the best writers were the writers from the first game and the second game.
What you mean?
Everything,
You mean a whole right to win?
basically, where they don't say anything.
That's all good.
Okay, I want your opinion on something, guys.
Uh-oh.
Oh god.
Did you find the games Sonic Rivals 1 and 2 fun?
Oh yes.
I've never played it.
I found them so much fun because you have little trading cards that you can actually like unlock by beating challenges.
Sonic Rivals with trading
Every
cards.
single one I got.
Think of it like Sonic R, but kind of like 2D, and it's more of a one-on-one race.
Why?
Because they need.
I'm not gonna lie.
No, because the point of racing is like you race to try and get to the faster routes.
So you're not gonna
So-
like Derby, but what?
You're gonna hate me now.
Why?
I'm old school Sonic, so I am going back to the Sega Master System and the Sega system itself, going from Chaos to 3, and they're the only Sonics I've ever liked.
Oh wow. Like,
I did
Sonic
try
stuff.
watching someone play. I think it was called Sonic DX and all these other ones, and it was just all everything a bit too flashy.
Oh, you
But
mean,
I like my 16-bit or 8-bit
16-bit.
Sonic
Back in the day.
back in the day when games were games.
yeah. Well, okay. Here's what's happened with games. That's how I see it. When it's put into a 2D format, it is much more challenging because it's a simple interface, but they can get more technical with it. If that makes sense.
Yeah, the thing
Yeah.
is what they've done. If we're going to break it down, and this is how I felt about some of the Final Fantasies, especially, they
Yeah.
concentrate too much on graphics and forget about the storyline.
Yes, exactly.
Wait, you want a story in a Final Fantasy
Totally
game?
agree there.
And it was brought back up to me when someone said about, because I've never played it myself, which is League of Legends. I've never seen the graphics, never seen the gameplay, but apparently the graphics aren't fantastic. But because of the gameplay, it's so simple and such. That's why it's such a big game. Also, the fact that it is a multiplayer.
Yeah, you each have to be social online and make friends.
Yeah.
Or rather, enemies.
It's-
It wants to do that socializing stuff.
Also,
Yeah,
sorry to
doesn't
throw
work.
in, games used to be really challenging.
Yes.
Now
Now
it's
they're
so
made
easy.
games are so simple now
They hold
that
their
anyone can
hand
complete
so
them.
much.
Yeah.
They do.
Look at Final Fantasy 13, 30 hours of tutorial.
You know what?
Oh,
I
yes.
don't have to throw it into that. I'm gonna just throw out the new Mario game. If you die, say like 5 times, you have the super easy guide that completes the level for you.
Well, what's the point
really
of buying the
dumb.
game?
What?
What's the point of actually buying the game then if the game's going to do it for you?
Well, basically, I blame schools for this one. A lot of schools now support the thing where there's no winners, there's no losers. So, as a kid, when you were 5, 6 years old, you used to do your sports day. Everyone wins.
You heard it
These
here
days,
first.
no one's allowed to lose. No first, no second, no third.
You know what?
So
You're right,
that's
you're
what
right,
they carried
you
it
heard
on
here
from.
first. It's the school's fault. It's why nothing's happened.
Probably.
So basically,
No more
when everyone-
competitiveness.
all people at Nats, you win regardless of whether you won or lose. So basically, everyone is the best in the country. Well, congratulations all.
Hang on. Are you saying that we all qualify?
We all qualify, we all don't qualify. It's a Schrodinger's
Don't worry.
parody.
10 years down the line, everyone's going to be an A-star student, so don't worry. They'll just be handing those bits of paper out. They're nothing.
So basically, it'll be a challenge to get next with it.
You know what? I'm gonna love that. It's like, I've got an A level. What are you gonna do with it? I need a good coaster.
Yeah.
I was going to say toilet paper, but that works too.
No. It's too good for this tushy.
Oh man, that's like that literally goes against my belief system. I'm just like, oh, there's no winners, there's no losers. There's like no binary anything, because it's the whole yin yang thing of me. Like you can't really understand one thing about the other, so you might as well savor both.
Saying that, same with the whole. There's no winners, no losers. Problems though, we as kids, we all played like playing board games and stuff, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't kill us losing,
Yeah.
but
Oh, yeah,
Did any of you like really get upset when you lost? Like
Yes.
Yeah. But did none of your parents went easy on you, did they? They didn't go, oh, you know what? I'll change that. You win. Did your parents go?
No.
You know,
Oh, God,
it's
no.
just, your parents go. It's just something that happens. It's just a game.
Yeah,
Like that.
you're God all the
see,
time.
that is a way better learning tool.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is.
Because it improves your coping skills as well. Because then it'll then sort of teach you in a way to start asking yourself, oh, why is that? Will get you asking questions about either your technique or how you interact with the game, or the game and how it works itself. It gets you intrigued. It gets you engaged and shit.
Next week on the podcast, with CFC goes into politics. See how we do
Yes.
in the general election.
Yeah, even though I'm like the clown of the team, I might be one of the deepest.
Okay. In the comments, we want the number 1 for Scott Putman for Prime Minister. Number 2 for Mikhail for Prime Minister. Number 3 for Shukin for Prime Minister. Number 4 for Darby for Prime Minister.
I don't be prime minister. I'd rather be like a Buddha or something of the universe.
Vote for me. I believe bringing the cane back.
Yeah! You know what? Screw it, you got my vote already, Darby.
Darby. I know the cave's fine in schools, but what about the bedroom?
Hey.
Head in, Cardfight Coast, guys.
Catch you all later.
Beatings and schools.
Wow, that conversation. Where the hell did that all come from? It was like, yeah, let's talk about Vanguard. Yeah, let's beat people up with canes and games and.
See, this is like, yeah, it's like a key thing that's like so much fun about podcasts. Like, it's literally, I keep saying it, it's like 10% of whatever the guys are supposed to talk about,
Nothing.
like, is their subject matter. Then other than that, they'll just talk about anything else they want, really.
You know, I've just had a conspiracy theory thought.
Oh,
There's
God.
50 cards in the deck. There's also 50 shades of grey.
Hi.
Yes, that's...
There's 50 kinds of different ladies.
I don't know about 50
Yeah.
kind of lace, but I
I'll
know
have a
50
look at
kinds of salty sadness.
Yeah. 16 kinds of crazy heels. Oh, wait.
You only have 4 somehow, Mikhail. Somehow, 12 times. 12 times.
Yeah. Oh, did
Well,
you
they
literally
count.
count it? How many times I healed?
Mikhail, it's been burned into my brain how many times you healed in one proxy game.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Having time.
Yeah, I do legit run 4 heals, but I have some stupid luck.
No, it's not stupid
Yeah.
luck. You just put 4
Stupid
back
luck.
every time.
He's got. Mikhail, we know what your secret is. You got sleight of hand, right?
How'd you get that perk?
You got down both sleeves, right? Even though you wear even though I swear half the time you just wear short-sleeved, t-shirts and
I
things.
swear this
You
half
still
the
got
time
sleight of
he's
hand where you go,
topless.
oh look, it's a fucking heel. You got like 10 stacked up each sleeve. I swear.
You know what?
Yeah.
Sometimes he doesn't have sleeves. Sometimes he's topless.
Yeah.
We all see that new video, Mikhail.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, do I dare
Some-
say it? He pulls that out from the darkness of himself. No one's ever seen it come in.
No, Mikhail goes that, Mikhail goes that like magician shit. What's that behind you here? Oh, it's a hill trigger.
Mikhail, you need to do that. Please do that, someone.
Fucking Mikhail's the fucking dynamo of Vanguard.
Do you want to know how I got these heals?
Well, on a couple of occasions, right? Like, I swear I believe I have some kind of, like, sixth sense to Vanguard. Like, straight up. Scott,
Yes.
for example, I called, like, the first 3 cards he pulled.
No. You called my first 2 cards I drew, and then you called my drive check.
Yeah, like, I root for crits. I root for crits on the first go.
No.
And if it doesn't hit me, then it hits my damage
If
zone.
I can remember right, you went, okay, you drew into a 0 and a 2. I was like, oh crud. It's like, okay, I'll attack. You go, draw trigger. Stop it.
Oh man, I don't know what it is. It's not what I want. It's what I just feel like is going to be on the way.
Gut feeling.
Oh man,
God.
yeah, the magic of heals.
If no one's got any objections, I'm going to put an advert on the CFC web Facebook page just saying coming soon podcast or special project.
That's fair enough.
Yeah,
You might want to listen through it because there was a bit of swearing in the background.
You know what?
Just in case.
You know
I
what?
didn't really hear
After
anything.
working with Cat, I don't care about censoring anymore.
Are we still recording?
Yes, we are.
Oh, sweet, alright.
That's fine. That's all right. Because a lot of YouTube, in YouTube, there's a lot of that kind of shit going on anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I just don't think we swore
What would
a
you
lot,
do?
but because with Kat and she used to go, oh, you're gonna effing love me. It's like, what is this shit and all this? You're like, I got so tired of editing because I would be sitting there and it would just be every so often I'd be like, okay, silence cat, silence cat, silence cat, silence cat.
If we actually went as far as individual mics, it'd be so much easier.
I just wouldn't plug hers in.
Oh man.
That's so
I've
harsh.
Yeah.
I should have gone there.
Yeah. I've just thrown advert up on the website, Facebook page, so get people interested.
Nice. Spreading the word of Cardfight Coast. It's always fun.
Alright, guys, when do you think I should stop this recording?
About 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, about 10 minutes ago.
Alright then, so
yeah.
we're gonna call this one a wrap?
Yeah, we'll call it a wrap.
Alright then,
With
so
plenty of mayonnaise, please.
so what fillings would you like? Or do you just want to wrap with mayo?
That works for me.
Oh, mayo run. Woo! Rest it, gain 10k. Rest it, gain 10k. Swing for 50. Woo!
Alright then, so
I'm sorry, I didn't realise we wanted scum in this wrap as well.
comes as a side order.
Oh my
Also comes
god.
with a mountain of salt.
No, it's a glacier, my friend.
Okay, sorry, glacier.
Spikes up out of nowhere.
You know what? We should get everyone in the team. I want to go to one of these factory people because the amount of salt we can give them will be. I won't have to worry about working anymore.
Yeah.
If it's for every gram, for every penny, we'll be rich by now.
Damn right.
Yeah, true.
So just be us sitting in the corner playing games. Got your salt right here.
3 days, we're getting like $1,000 by the end of the week.
I tell you what, why can't all these YouTubers that play games all day? Get like, look at PewDiePie. He just sits there and plays games all day. He's bloody rich. Why can't we?
What we do
I have to send away for partnership, and considering how low our views are, I don't think we would get much.
Not yet, anymore.
Well, not yet, anyway. Not yet.
Right, Mikkel, me and you are going around in hoodies, right? Hoods up, masks, everything. We're going to start stamping people up if they don't sub it to us and like our shit.
You know what?
We're going to have that on every video now. If you don't sub us, we'll stab you up, bruv.
You know what? I'm actually going to be worried because, people have data now on their phones. Just want the data. There's going to be you and Mikkel just going up to them with knives or gun. You know what? No, we're going to do this. You're going to go up to them holding your Avatar Vanguard card. And you're gonna have them to their phones you're gonna look at this video, you're gonna subscribe, you're gonna watch it every day.
No. We're gonna find people.
Let's have them find people. The card crack.
Gonna find people in my hoodie with a full-length leather jacket and just open it up and go, "Welcome, stranger."
Your boy.
No. We gotta do it like, "Welcome. What are you viewing? What are you subscribing?"
It's gonna be tablets on as soon as you open up the jacket.
And then
you going to be there Saturday?
What?
You going to be there Saturday diving?
Saturday? Oh yeah. I'm gonna rough some people up with some stuff.
Not only have we
I've got a question for you. Would you be interested in doing a deck profile, considering you've got a deck people want to look at, the Abyss?
I'm happy to do it because, especially, the only problem is it's very dated now. It should probably be out of meta. But I'm more than happy to do it.
You know what? I can work on it really quickly. Anyway. Deck profile is just quick things I can slap together, no probs.
Yeah, because it's all just going to need is really the logo, or the entrance logo, and then just sort of going through people's decks. Just sort of asking a few questions, things like that.
I don't know how you guys can do a deck profile, because I find with Vanguard, the cards are self-explanatory.
Well,
they are, but you do get some people who are unfortunately... You do get some people who are unfortunately a bit... I can be a bit thick at times, but you do get some people who really don't understand it. And when I build a deck, for example, for the PBA, I could understand it straight away. But some other decks, I like to watch how other people play them, how they deal with situations. People... The one thing that... I have spoken to, especially when I was doing a lot or training with Mike when I first started up playing Vanguard. I said I watched a lot of videos on YouTube where you do get the people it was the 1v1s. Most of the videos I thought were very poor, and I don't understand why they got subs, because you can't see what's truly going on, you just find out who wins. Some people have cameras, so one camera up top so you can see what's going on, and then they have one camera in each player's hand so you can see what they have and holding, so you can sort of see what's really going on.
Also,
another thing is that what they should do is is after the game,
Mm.
they should then say why they're doing it. Like, okay, I'm expecting this to happen. This is why I'm doing it. Even if it's a misplay or not, you can say, "Oh, I actually did misplay here," because someone will point it out, and then um, will be a dick and spam that all over, which is what I do. I do that on YouTube. I see someone make a misplay. I actually say you've lost, and this is why. Because I am a dick like that, and you can find my YouTube comments if you find the right videos.
Just scrub around YouTube long enough.
I do.
Hang on.
I do. Like,
Is your stream name Scrublord by any chance?
Scrub Majesty. Come on.
No,
It's
it's
Majesty
called
Scrub
Scrub.
Blaster.
Majesty Lords Scrub Blaster, yeah. MLSB.
Crazy. But another thing I was going to say on the deck profile videos, no, not deck profile videos. For when it goes, when they go up against each other. Damn, what did I say? Oh yeah, it's doing a voiceover, like doing like a commentary sort of thing.
Oh, you mean do it post commentary rather than live commentary?
Yeah, at least that means we can actually just blank out what's being said during the game in case of excessive swearing.
No one's swearing.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, no.
Or just means side.
You know what? I like the idea that Darby said that they have a camera, with the hands.
With the hands so you can see what's going on.
The point though, that is way too much money that I can't afford.
Yeah,
Unless you go
it
for
is
forehead
unfortunate.
It's camera phones. Thumbs up.
It's not the quality though, and then it's also editing the video to have the extra screens.
All playing in unison.
Yeah, you know what?
And
Screw it. I like watching the video like 6 times, counting people's hands and what they drop.
it's a lot of work going in, but if somehow, oh hold on, I'll tell you what, I've got an old school. Oh, I know. Now, I was like, hold on, I've got an old school VCR recorder.
Wow.
Whatever it is.
Yes, they are VCRs.
That was probably. I think, in all honesty, it's probably older than you are, Mikkel. I'm not even joking.
Wow. How old are you again, Mikkel?
21.
Oh, actually, I don't know. It's close then. It's probably close.
That's a close one. I'm the baby of the team.
I'm not the oldest one anymore. Then Ben's older than me.
How old are you?
Ben, I think's like about 2 years older than I am.
Ooh.
How old are you again, Davy?
Yay! New cradle snatcher, new coffin dodger. Woo!
How old are you, Davy?
I'm 25 because we're both the same age, Alec.
We are. Yes, I'm 25.
I can't remember who's older though, because I'm
April.
August.
I'm April.
Yeah.
Woo! I'm not the
Yeah.
oldest
So